lifestyle anymore here.
So I want to ask you a couple of the same questions I've asked Jenny, but you did mention the car rental situation in Hawaii, and I wanted to touch on that too. I mean, what is the car rental situation like? Is it easy when you're on an island to get around an island, whether it's through your own car rental or through rideshare? I mean,
I
what is it like?
Again, same. I just booked some clients for December and got them hotel rentals with Hertz, no problem, for $1,000 a week. And people are sort of used to that being what it is. Doesn't seem as crazy. But a client asked to switch out a car for an SUV in August on the Big Island, and it's not possible. Even if I even touch her reservation and try to modify it, that there's such a demand that these cars are snap them up as quickly as possible. Clients are going to have to pay for them or be willing to not have a car rental. It's the first time I've been excited about booking car rentals because I'd rather get a $200 commission than a $50 commission. It's a revenue source that we never really as agents, looked at, but car rentals are expensive now, which means our commissions are higher. So Turo is becoming popular out here. I know a lot of locals are putting their cars on it. But it's like Airbnb. I mean, there's no commission. You'll do your clients a favor by telling them about it if you can't find them a commissionable car rental, but there's no consistency. I know some of the people putting their cars on there, and I know they have kids, and I know it's their family vehicle when it's not on Turo. So I'm not sure it's the car situation for everybody. And it's expensive. I could put my own Jeep on there for probably $400 a day if I was more of a capitalist, but I'm not. So
I mean, what about Uber? What about Uber or Lyft or, I mean, the regular taxi cab situation? What are those like there?
I mean, I heard yesterday a colleague, a travel advisor said, who's the other taxi companies? Because the one that a luxury hotel uses, they turned him down. I mean, there's not that many. We've always been sort of limited, and there's a few like private drivers, but again, something that really needs to get booked in advance. Uber and Lyft are not reliable. It can take an hour or two to get from one side of the island to the other without traffic. So one, people don't want to be driving their cars with strangers in them in the COVID era. The work culture out here, it's not like New York or LA where people are, hustling and happy to be Uber drivers. There's not a lot of that here. So it's not as reliable in the islands as you're going to find it in other destinations.
Yeah, and I will say a story went viral yesterday here in New York about an Uber ride from Midtown to JFK, which is about 20 minutes without traffic, and I think it cost $250. I mean, the Uber situation here isn't great either, and the line was that Uber does a helicopter here too from Midtown, and a helicopter would have been less expensive than a car. So
I mean, in some cases, I have clients staying in Kapalua, which is an hour from the airport, and it's a $300, they have two kids and an SUV, but they're willing to pay it because they know somebody's going to be there to pick it up. So I would advise people to tell their clients, be willing to spend the money on the things that are super important, which is a transfer to your hotel and transfer back to catch your plane. You can't skimp on these things these days.
So